Continuing our adventures around the world, we finally made it to our dream destination, Japan. We are spending 5 days in the heart of Tokyo.
Wow, so delicious. Oh my god.
And we can't wait to dive into everything this incredible city has to offer. We're going to be totally honest about the ups and the downs and show you everything that's happened in between. This was our first mistake on day one.
And I was dreaming about to go to Japan.
I didn't expect you to be so emotional like this. So hit that subscribe button and let's go explore Tokyo together. The first thing we did after such a long flight was to grab a late lunch at a restaurant called Nihonbashi Kaisendon Tsuchihan Kakurasaka. I hope I didn't butcher the pronunciation, but this place is super popular for its kaisendon, which basically means a seafood rice bowl, and we ordered the one with minced tuna, sea urchin and scallop. It is the perfect way to get a first taste of Tokyo and also build up the expectation for the rest of the trip. So we paid 2,300 yen per bowl, but generally we set aside a budget of $100 per day per person for this trip to Japan. Whether that will be enough, we'll find out by the end of this video. So this time in Tokyo, we rented an Airbnb with 2 rooms for 4 people because this time we were traveling with my mother and her partner Joe. They got a little lost and it was heavy raining, so we went out to find them.
Ayo, it's so wet. I'm so wet. Sorry.
What are you guys waiting for?
Trying to find where to go. How are you?
You're just waiting here?
Yeah, we went for the rain and stuff and have a look at the
You sent me the photo, then I'm looking at the photo. I said I'm looking at the yellow building, so I'm not sure whether it's that building or what. I need to wash my face. I'm so wet and salty.
They're probably so tired already.
No, I'm not.
Long day, full day traveling, starting from this morning.
Anything?
Now, time for our first mistake in Japan because we had lunch not long ago. We want to get something light like a sushi. We didn't have any solid plans for our first days, so we just headed downstairs and found a restaurant near our place that seemed to have good reviews. Without thinking too much, we just went in. It was an omakase place where the chef made the sushi in front of you. The owner was very welcoming and started making sushi right away without even asking for our order, so we just went with the flow. This was our first mistake on day one. As silly as it sounds, we didn't ask for the menu or the price. We just started eating everything this nice guy made for us because he seemed very trustworthy. His sushi was honestly amazing, the kind of quality fish you can only taste in Japan.
Good choice. Good job.
Oh,
Thank you. Delicious.
delicious.
So I had a feeling our meal would be pricey. But we never expected the bill to come out to be $800 for the 4 of us. That's like $200 per person just for a few pieces of sushi, which is insanely expensive even for Japan. But well, we didn't argue because it was honestly our mistake to not ask for the price, so we just paid up. Lesson learned, always ask for the price in Japan because sometimes restaurants like to overcharge tourists much higher price than locals. Good morning, here from Tokyo, Japan. We are honestly super excited to be here. I think for me, personally, it's more about the food, but for Alina, because it's her first time here, so there are definitely certain things that we want to take off from our bucket list. And yeah, we've actually planned a lot of really interesting stuff and also food to explore today, so let's get going. But first of all, I actually want to show you guys our apartment as well. So right now I'm actually here at the balcony and you can see the streets are actually very quiet. This is a very quiet neighborhood. So we're actually in Shinjuku, but not in the main area of Shinjuku, but I guess it's like a more quiet area. And as you go through the doors, this is the balcony. Wait, this way. And they've got like an open kitchen here, like a kitchen bench, and this side the stoves. And then in Japan, they actually separate the rubbish into 3 different bins. There is a recycle bin, and that's a non-burnable garbage, and also burnable garbage. And yeah, so this is the living room area. Hi. Can I come in?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so this is...
I'm putting my socks on.
So this is the first bedroom. And I think here it overlooks the same view as the balcony as well. Oh, it's actually different. So it shows a different side. You can continue in the living room. This is the second bedroom. Sorry, it's a bit messy. We just woke up. Oh yeah, I should probably have cleaned this, but yeah, this is the second bedroom. Inside I've got wardrobe space as well, and this overlooks the same view, and we've got our own aircon as well. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. So yeah, the bathroom and the toilet is actually separate. They've got washing machine, which is great, and you know, a big mirror area for brushing teeth and just... Oh, is someone inside? Oh, there's a lock here. Because we're doing laundry inside. Because they actually have a heater, so it's perfect for after washing clothes to dry here as well. And you know, Japanese toilets, they usually come with these buttons as well. So this is the ventilation button, and this is actually to control how powerful you want the water to be. And when you do this, the water starts here actually, and you can wash your hand. So yeah, this apartment, we're in Shinjuku. And Shinjuku is one of the, I guess, like a most popular tourist area as well, because there's just a lot of things to do around here. And we only paid $35 per person, so we paid around 1,047 Australian, so around $700 for 5 nights for 4 people, which is like pretty good. I think in Japan it's so good. So yeah, today we've got lots planned out already, so we're super excited to explore Tokyo. Before we continue exploring Tokyo today, I just want to share a quick travel hack that Alina and I have been using on this trip in Japan that save us so much time and also help us stay connected to the internet at all times, which is by getting an eSIM from the sponsor of this video, Airalo. And if you guys are new to this eSIM thing, it's basically a digital version of a physical SIM card. So instead of having to worry about expensive roaming fees or, you know, just desperately finding free Wi-Fi when you arrive, or trying to find local SIM at the airport when you land, with Airalo eSIMs, you can download a digital data pack from 200 plus countries and regions and be online the second you land. How convenient is that? For example, yesterday when we arrived at Tokyo Airport, it was such a relief to have to instantly be connected because we use it for navigation, figuring out train routes, and just get out the airport without any hassle. So having that instant connection makes everything much smoother. How it works is very simple. You just download the app and then pick the eSIM for the country that you're traveling to, and then you connect to Wi-Fi and just follow the steps to install and activate the eSIM. So when you arrive, you just switch it on and that's it. You're instantly connected to the internet. So if you want to save the hassle of finding Wi-Fi or dealing with expensive roaming fees, you can download the Airalo app and get eSIM for wherever countries you're traveling to. And use our code projectwhere3 to save $3 off your first eSIM purchase. The easiest way to get around Tokyo is by subway, so we immediately hopped on at Iidabashi Station, which is the closest to our Airbnb, and headed to Ikebukuro Station to eat my all-time favorite ramen that I had in Japan last time when I traveled with friends. It was literally the most delicious ramen I've ever had in my life, and I think nothing can change my mind. I think raining also plays to our advantage or disadvantage, just because raining usually less people lining up. So I guess this is a short queue. But we actually come here to Tokyo on a very bad weather. Every day on a weather forecast has been raining.
Tell me, what's your favorite ramen here? Why it's so tasty? Why you like it so much?
Well, the best one has to be the classic Mitsuya ramen. And the good thing about this place, what impressed me the most is the seaweed. See, they actually have prints on the seaweed like this later. And I think inside is a very small space. That's why the rotation has to be fast. That's why they take order in advance when you're in the line already. I do want to quickly share an observation that I noticed here in Japan is that whenever there's good food, there's always a long line. Or it's expensive, then there's a short line. But yeah, if it's like a not so popular restaurant, then maybe there's a shorter line. But for this one, because many people often said this is one of the best ramens in Tokyo, so that's why I can see a rather long line, maybe around 30 minutes we waited.
Yeah, so anywhere you go, if you see a long line, means it's a good place.
I think on this trip we're gonna go to quite a few long lines. Okay, now we've made it inside the restaurant. They did say not to speak loud, but we are separating our seats, two people, because I think it's a very small space right here, so you might not necessarily sit together. And often like these kind of traditional ramen bars are like in a row like this, and you just eat by yourself. You're probably not used to this, no?
I'm so not used to, because in Russia usually if it's a lot of people, then people just go to another restaurant. They're not gonna stay in a line, not gonna line up. It's like unbelievable. I think Australia is same, because I asked just now Joe, he said yes, Australia same, people not gonna line up. Okay, let's see. I'm so excited about this ramen, because before the best ramen when we try it was in Philippines, Mindokoro, and no one ramen in the world still cannot beat those tastes. So I hope this will be better.
Number one.
Yeah. Oh, thank
Wow.
you. Wow.
Oh, apron. You want apron? Yes, please.
What's that?
Apron. It's like cover. Paper
Like for baby?
apron. Yeah, yeah.
I'm okay. I'm not clumsy.
Wow.
Wow, looks so good.
Thank you. Wow.
See, they have this sign.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mutekia.
This is crazy.
Wow, so creamy. Wow. I like it. I think it's almost same level of mendokuro.
Oh no, this is way better.
Let's see, I haven't finished yet. Wow, the piece of meat is really generous. How much is ramen?
Ramen is around, I don't remember, but it's like between $10 to $15.
Wow, so delicious. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, Japan beat.
Best ramen?
Oh, so delicious.
I told you, this is the best ramen in my life.
Now we paid 5,600 for 4 people.
Somewhere between $10, I guess. Yeah, so it's quite affordable for
Yeah.
each bowl of ramen for this quality as well.
Yeah. Now time to go to my favorite place that I dream about. When I think about Tokyo, I only dream about this place. It's a capybara cafe.
Okay, let's go. Another thing that is really popular in Tokyo are these unique, or some might say strange, themed cafes, and there's one cafe in particular that has been on our bucket list for the longest time, which is Capybara Cafe. They're the largest rodents in the world, and it's a really interesting experience where you can hang out with these capybaras in a very cozy setting, which is why it's also extremely tough to book this in advance.
Finally arrived to capybara place, and because we booked already in advance, so usually for this capybara cafe you need to pre-book 2 weeks in advance. It's sold out, the tickets, they just sold out within a few minutes.
See, the thing is that we actually booked exactly at 12 a.m. when we released the tickets. I think that's the time we released the tickets. At least like we were the first one to book, and we booked 2 p.m. Yeah, I don't think there's lots of information online about the exact booking time about this place. But that being said, every session is fully booked out, usually within seconds.
Okay, they said we have a space upstairs. Oh my god, it was my dream to see capybara. I cannot imagine I will see this now and we can touch. Where's capybara? Have you seen capybara?
No, no.
Have you seen capybara?
No. First time.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I've seen it before.
I've only seen in many videos, because I always see capybara sitting on top of a crocodile, sailing on the river like this. They're like best friends. Why are you so excited?
See capybara. It's like, remember when we go to Australia and I see first time kangaroo? This thing.
I don't have this feeling, but I guess you have.
Also have. I'm gonna cry now.
Seriously? Oh, you actually cried? Oh my goodness. Why are you crying?
I get so emotional.
She got emotional from wanting to see capybara. Look. Why are you crying? Why? It's okay, you're finally here.
I'm crying from happiness.
Seriously? I had no emotions.
Because before, when like 2-3 years ago, I remember I sit in Russia and I was also so depressed because I don't want to live in Russia. It's so like cold winter, and I was dreaming about to go to Japan.
I didn't expect you to be so emotional like this.
Oh no, I cannot do pretty photo with capybara.
You can now focus on taking photos for you, okay? Okay, this won't be the first. You'll be many more times to come.
I want. It's not enough. I feel like we're gonna stay in Tokyo only 5 days. And so, not enough. I want more.
Yeah, I feel like Tokyo is the kind of place that there's so many ins and outs, hidden gems. Okay, I'll let you calm down first. Okay, so Alina cooled down a little bit already. The face is less red. Why are you so emotional?
Because before, when like 2 years ago, I dreamed about Japan. I all my life dreamed to go to Japan, because for Russian people it's so hard, and also it's so far away, it's so expensive. I never know how I can do this. And I was watching like video in the internet, how people go to onsen, how people spend time in Japan, how they eating sushi, and I always watch it, I always cry because I really want it. I even have some footage where I'm telling myself in the future, like, you should go to Japan,
I
no
don't know if
matter
we could
what.
find it maybe.
I think I know where it is. I think I have.
Это мое послание тебе в будущее. Привет, Алина. Вчера ты общалась с девочкой, которая живет в Японии уже год, и она нашла там себе мужа. У тебя только что в Симсе ребенок родился. В общем, я очень сильно вчера захотела поехать в Японию. Вообще, я уже мечтаю об этом год, но так как сейчас коронавирус и нет такой возможности, мне очень от этого грустно, поэтому ты должна обязательно осуществить свою мечту. И когда закончится коронавирус, обязательно побывай в Японии. Пожалуйста, пожалуйста, я очень сильно этого хочу. Я тебя прям умоляю. Прям умоляю. Сегодня, кстати, 14 февраля, так что с 14 февраля тебя пуська. Пока.
And you finally here.
And I'm finally here. So big.
Why is it so big? Holy crap, it's so big.
It feels like I'm touching a tree. It's so, the hair, it's like a grass. Hello, you're so cute. Oh my god.
They're so calm as well.
So calm. Oh yeah, I cannot. It's so cute. It's so cute. I don't know like how to pet capybara. I don't know what capybara likes, but I hope she likes it. He's sleepy.
Oh my goodness. The hair is so hard.
Yeah. Like a grass, see?
I didn't expect capybara to be so big like this.
We spent about 30 minutes inside this cafe, drinking coffee, watching this adorable capybara, and I finally got to see them in person, and I was really so happy. Even though this place is a little bit touristy, but I really recommend check it out because it's rare to find a cafe like this. Yeah.
Oi! Good morning.
From us to you.
Oh, so cute. Thank you. Just now, capybara was super cute, and they're so calm, and it's so nice to pet them. They're not typical animal at all. Not what I expected. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just so interesting experience.
There's gonna be traveling with you all the time in your
So I
luggage.
can travel with capybara everywhere, and I can pet anywhere I go.
So per person, it's 1,250 yen for entry, and then you also gotta order drinks as well. I think it's up to you, personal preference, but a coffee costs 715 yen
Per person.
for one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we spend around 2,000 yen per person.
For 30
Roughly.
minutes only.
Yeah.
And now we have mini capybara. Let's give it name.
What are you going to call it?
Yeah, let's give it name.
Cappy.
happy.
On the first day of Tokyo, our itinerary is quite packed because obviously we want to explore as much as we can in this short 5 days. So we try to group places that are approximately close to each other to visit. Our next stop was Sensoji Temple, which is arguably one of the most famous Buddhist temples in Tokyo. Now, to be completely honest, we are generally not very into temples, but that same street also sells a lot of interesting Japanese souvenir and delicious street food. And one of the best things, in my opinion, that Japanese invented is the creamier ice cream, which is like the god tier of ice cream. This is, like they say, one of the best ice cream you can eat in Tokyo. It is made with premium heavy cream from Hokkaido and has a higher fat content overall, but it's so creamy. It's almost like eating a milk-flavored ice cream. It is so good. It costs around 500 yen, so it's a little bit expensive, but in my opinion, I think it's worth it. After that, we went to the Sensoji Temple where we did some fortune telling with fortune telling papers called omikuji. So basically, this is kind of like a fortune stick. You kind of shake this jar right here and a stick will pop out and that decides a number, and you just go to the corresponding drawers and pick out a paper. It will tell you what it means basically. The tree blooms so charming, the sweet smell fills in the wood. Your fortune, again about fortune. The bright moon comes to shine amongst the fading clouds, meeting a person of high social status. This will bring you a happy life.
Wow, so
Again
good.
about money.
So if you get this sign and something here is no good, because it's also possible to get something is bad luck, so you need to put it here, like this, tie to it a rack, and after that they will burn it. So it's kind of, you will give bad luck to here and they will burn and you won't have bad luck anymore.
So interesting culture.
Yeah.
I think one of the most interesting places in Tokyo for me is Akihabara, also sometimes known as the nerd center of Tokyo because of the amount of anime, manga, video game stuff going on, and Japanese people love coming here after work to kill time. We also saw a lot of Japanese girls on the street who dress up as maids. I think for foreigners first time it can be quite culturally shocking, but they usually work to bring customers to maid cafes, which are cosplay restaurants across Akihabara, and it's very popular. People in Japan are also obsessed with claw machines. I don't know about you, but I always thought these machines are a bit of a scam because I never win anything. Each game costs 100 yen, and as you can imagine, it adds up really quickly if you don't know what you're doing. But Japanese people are so good at claw machines, I don't know how they do it, but we keep seeing people walking out with big stuffed toys, so hats off to them. It is also fascinating to see how Japanese people play dancing or rhythm-related arcade games, and just how they are so focused and in sync with the music, playing close to perfection, and the fact that they bring gloves really makes it feel like they are professionals. I literally had my jaws drop the whole time I was there. For dinner, I actually planned something really special at a place called Gyokatsu Motomura, which specializes in deep-fried Wagyu beef katsu. Usually you have to wait for almost an hour to get in, but because we arrived early, we only had to wait for around 10 minutes. And if you know anything about Wagyu beef, it is the kind of beef with perfect marbling that just melts in your mouth. And this place certainly lived up to the expectation despite being deep-fried. They also provide mini stoves so you can cook to your liking. It is hands down one of my favorite meals in Japan. It is so delicious. Another thing in Japan that we just cannot resist throughout this trip are these gachapon machines. They are so addictive. I think for me, unlike claw machines, here you are guaranteed to win something, but it's the thrill of not knowing what prize you would get next that had us hooked.
Please don't be the ugly one. Please don't be the ugly one. It's the ugly one.
Really?
It's the ugly one. I'm so bad. It's the ugly one. It's so ugly. Oh, actually, it looks nice, actually. I like it.
We played this many times at different places because you can find these machines literally everywhere, and every time there's this excitement when you see a new machine with different toys. You pick up the one that you want and crossing your fingers so you will not get the ugly one.
Please, please, please.
Oh, you got the kiwi! Is it? No. You got the kiwi, you got the kiwi! She got exactly which one she wants.
Oh, so good.
Lucky you.
So cute. This is the cutest one. This is what I want.
So cute. That's so cute. Oh, you get the creepy one.
This is the best I want.
Really? That's the least I want. So creepy.
Woohoo!
So creepy.
So cool.
You like creepy things.
I'm sitting like this.
You're so lucky.
So lucky. Green? Wow, exactly what you want. Wow, that's so cute.
Oh, so fluffy too.
Yeah, looks so
actually.
No, actually, I want yellow one more. The yellow one looks nice, actually. The green one looks a bit too simple now.
I'll get cat shrimp. I like this one and this one. This okay. This one. This cute too. Oh, this. Not this. Ay.
How much does this cost?
4.
So 400. You got it.
Yeah.
Oh, so cute.
So cute. Look at this.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, let me open.
So cute.
So cute. Whoa. I love it.
Is this what you want?
Oh, so cute.
Good morning, guys. Now it's around 4 a.m. in the morning. Super sleepy, super tired, just because last night we didn't end up sleeping at all. Maybe because jet lag, because the last country we went to was Russia and I was 8 hours behind. But anyway, the reason I wake up at 4 a.m. today is because we're gonna go to the famous tuna auction here in Tokyo, which typically starts around 5:30 in the morning. And as you know, seafood is the largest industry here in Japan, so that's why every morning there is actually a tuna auction that's being held early in the morning where they're like experts examining the fish and determining how much the fish is, which sometimes could get up to millions of dollars just for one fish. I've been wanting to do this for many years now, and finally today we're gonna do it. This is up there one of my top bucket list things to do in Tokyo, seeing restaurant owners and big corporate representatives bid for the most premium tuna that we eat at restaurants. Now, not everyone can go because the spots are limited. That's why we tried our luck, but we didn't have much expectation, and somehow we won the lottery. I still can't believe we're actually going to see the tuna auction. They said the room is gonna be really cold because the tuna is all frozen, right? It's like a fridge. So I didn't bring my jacket.
I like to bring jacket.
I'm so excited because it's something that I really want to do for a very long time. So yeah, and I just can't believe how good a tuna is. Okay, anyway, let's have a look. Because the auction tends to finish within 10 seconds per fish, they have developed different hand signs to signal the bid and quantity. And to be honest, everything was moving so fast that we cannot even keep up. It is so impressive that the experts are able to determine the quality of the fish based on a small chunk of sample.
What do you think?
I thought it was fascinating, actually, really interesting to watch, just because there's so many moving pieces, so many people. Yeah, and to be honest, if you think about it, the prices here actually directly affects the prices overseas as well, because like many of these fishes could be imported to another country as well. So what the pricing they're bidding on here could really impact the prices overseas at restaurants as well. On our way to another interesting spot, I want to share our thoughts on the Japanese people and the culture after spending a whole day in this country. I've noticed that people here seem to be very considerate and always think about others. Wherever you go, they show respect and try to make things comfortable for everyone. I think Japanese people are always so incredibly friendly and will always greet you with a smile, and it's really hard not to smile back. So here's our second mistake. Before coming to Japan, we mainly look for places on Instagram, and there are so many videos about this one spot called Team Labs, which is a digital museum with lots of projectiles, digital and interactive art that challenge your sensory. And that's where things went wrong. I think because this place is so hyped up on Instagram, we went in with a high expectation of seeing something breathtaking and exciting that would make us be like, wow. But in reality, it felt more like an Instagram trap. Sure, this place is very impressive, but it feels like it's mostly designed for photos and videos, and you're not allowed to stay long in each zone. So what it looked magical in videos turned out to be okay in person, especially because there were so many people crowded in one space, made this spot lost its uniqueness. But anyway, it was still an interesting experience that can cross off our bucket list. Obviously in the morning we went to a tuna auction, so it would only be fair if we try the highest quality tuna. And holy crap, this is the best tuna of our lives. It is at a place called Tsukiji Unitora Nakadori, and it's located at the famous Tsukiji market. There's usually a huge line to get in. We had to wait for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And we saw the menu and it cost 5,300 yen for one bowl. And we're like, oh, should we eat here? And that's kind of expensive, probably a tourist trap, right? But anyway, I'm so glad we stayed because that is the best tuna and sea urchin bowl we've ever had. I wish I can describe it better, but the tuna is so smooth, fatty, and just melts in your mouth. It makes you crave more, and the sea urchin has a natural subtle sweetness to it. Some might say it's overpriced, but in our opinion, every dollar was well spent. Guys, sorry to make you hungry, but the next day we went to eat Wagyu beef at Rokkasen in Shinjuku. Oh my goodness, the quality of meat just melts in your mouth like butter. I'm lost for words. Japan's still hard with food, and there's no doubt about that. After this trip, I feel like we are completely spoiled, and eating regular food just won't hit the same spot anymore. But I mean, we can't really say we've been to Tokyo without taking a trip to the famous Shibuya crossing, right? It became so famous because it is the busiest intersection in the world. Every time the light turns green, thousands of people start crossing from all directions, and from top down, it looks like we're looking at an ant colony, which literally became a symbol of Tokyo. It's funny because for normal Japanese local, this is just everyday life. But for tourists, it is such a unique experience crossing in the busiest scramble in the world.
To be honest, a part of the crossing in this area have also a lot of things to do. So now we will plan to go to see Hachiko statue, because if you see the video about movie about Hachiko, this place exactly Shibuya, this statue is still here, and I want to see because I watched this movie a few times and honestly I cry. I really want to see that. Let's go there.
So we've made it to the next spot here in Tokyo, especially at Shibuya. There is this one spot that is very popular, it's the Hachiko statue, which personally I don't really have a strong connection with it. I've watched the movie once, maybe like a year ago. It was a very sad story, but for Alina, she was like, need to take a photo, need to take a photo. I also find it very funny that Japanese people are opportunists. They built a Shiba store right behind the statue to sell souvenirs in case people want something to remember about Hachiko.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't expect here will be a lot of people. I thought this is statue just staying alone and I can come closely and taking photo by myself like a selfie, but turns out it's a lot of people and it's actually line is passing so fast. So yeah, I think it's, for me this story is so memorable and I cry. I watch 3 times, I cry every time. That's why I always dream to come to this place, and yeah.
Wow.
Because it's so, this Hachiko is like a iconic dog, you know, iconic Japanese dog. Okay, and now I think we're gonna go to eat something because it's a dinner time, and we will show you another area which name is Shinjuku, which is so popular in Tokyo. And yeah, let's go.
Tokyo at night is like a whole different world. It becomes more alive with the neon lights from big ad banners everywhere. After Shibuya, we also wanted to check out Shinjuku, so we took a train from Shibuya, and one thing that we noticed at Japan train station is that they actually play the sound of birds in the background, which apparently is designed to guide visually impaired passengers towards the exit. I thought it was genius. It was a small but very thoughtful detail that is reflected to the care that's been put into Tokyo's public transport system. Shinjuku is similar to Shibuya, but it feels more local and authentic because office people like to hang out there after work, so it feels more unique in the sense that we can get a glimpse of what local people would do at night without the tourist crowd. And personally, that's why I think I like Shinjuku more than Shibuya.
In this area also a lot of food options, for example from sushi, sashimi to some barbecue stuff. And now we think, because we eat already sushi, we eat already ramen, we eat already almost every Japanese food.
We feel like we're running out of options now, just because I feel like we've eaten everything, mostly. Like sashimi, sushi, we've eaten like more than once already. Today we eat barbecue, and then there is actually, I guess, like cooked Japanese food. We haven't been eating a lot, so that could be an option, excluding ramen because we've had it like a few times already. But yeah, I feel like sometimes there's so many options in Japan that it makes it a lot harder to pick the ideal restaurant you want to go.
I agree.
So far on this trip to Tokyo, I think the biggest thing we learned is probably to go to where tourists don't go. In our experience, the best place in Tokyo are often found when you follow where your heart goes and go with the flow. And sometimes you'll find true hidden gems that not a lot of people know about.